Aaron.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Aaron is present. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I told you I was going to do a few live streams this evening. Guys, Mike Rinder has launched his YouTube channel officially. Let me show this to you here. You guys have been seeing Mike Rinder on my channel. You've been seeing him on Mark Headley's channel. On our, we've got our Mondays with Mike and Mark and everything. And so here, let me zoom in on this so you guys can see this. This is Mike's channel. Michael Rinder 5831. So he's actually had the channel's existed for a few years, but he's never uploaded any produced videos. He's never uploaded any videos he's produced. He's uploaded video clips that he had, some excerpts from stuff, but he did his first video today, and this was a commentary on David Miscavige being served. Now here, let me just get a different view for you here, guys. Now, keep in mind, Mike Rinder, I mean, aside from being one of the most senior Scientology executives to ever leave and speak out publicly, he was personally and directly in charge of Scientology's litigation strategy for decades. Mike Rinder oversaw the Office of Special Affairs, which is the branch of Scientology that deals with all legal matters, all legal affairs, all litigation, everything like that. There is no one in the world more expert in Scientology's legal strategy and how they conduct themselves than Mike Rinder. And I think this is going to be one of the most amazing things to see on his channel is him being able to comment in his own space on all of his thoughts about what's happening with Scientology legally. And that's exactly what he did today. So let me give you, I'm looking at both of my different screens here. There's four. Oh, come on. Hold on. There's 4 excerpts of the video that Mike did today, 4 short excerpts that I've timestamped and I'm going to pull out and I want to share with you. The first one here is at 5:06. So let's take a look at that. Okay.
A few of the things that she found are pretty interesting. She said Miscavige is alleged to be the leader of the Church of Scientology, the chairman of the board of defendant RTC, and the head of Scientology's Sea Org, quote, an unincorporated association of individuals, close quote, whose members, staff, and manage the organizational defendants and all Scientology-related entities. Miscavige is effectively the senior-most officer of all of them, regardless of whether he is listed as an officer or director in their corporate filings. This is really important. And the fact that she pulled this out of the pleadings and the complaint and is making a point of this is not something that we have seen in many court cases previously. So
Awesome. Very good. The next clip I want to share with you is at 7:33. Here we go.
There is also another court case that I've referred to on my blog a number of times, and it was the CST tax exemption case, CST, the IRS commissioner, where that court found that the real control of Scientology exists through the Sea organization. And this is another reference to that, which is going to be very important as this case goes forward.
Very cool. So just wanted to comment there that this is there have been a lot of legal opinions, a lot of rulings that have been made by various courts, including even the Supreme Court, that are very much not in Scientology's favor and are very much things that some lower courts seem to be completely oblivious of. And yet in this case, by the way, the one that we're talking about is the civil lawsuit that David Miscavige is facing and a handful of other Scientology entities for trafficking children for labor on their cruise ship, the Freewinds, and also at their base in Clearwater, Florida, where I live. And so what Mike is pointing out here is evidence that the judge, in this case, it's the magistrate judge, the judges in this case are very much aware of and pointing out the same things that have been pointed out in some very important cases regarding Scientology previously. Okay, the next item I want to share with you starts at 9:12. And here we go.
is completely guiltless and blameless in all things. And she says, among other things, IASA collects membership dues and, quote, administers and transfers those funds and other payments solicited by IAS under the exclusive direction of defendant Miscavige for his personal enrichment and benefit, and for the benefit of the organizational defendants, as well as the Freewinds and other Scientology affiliated entities, organizations, properties, and enterprises. Now, that is a quote from the plaintiffs. So Scientology will still dispute that. But she is clearly saying there is not a problem with having alleged these things in the complaint. And that is what is significant about these.
Okay, great. The next and last one is at 1355. Here we go.
Way without any citation to law. But nevertheless, plaintiffs allege that the dues are collected under the exclusive direction of defendant Miscavige for his personal enrichment, including financing his war chest, a discretionary fund Miscavige and other defendants, most senior officers, utilized to support intelligence gathering and retaliation campaigns against defectors and critics of defendants. Now, that is exactly what happens and exactly right. And this in an order like this, and that sort of language being repeated and agreed to by the judge and disagreeing with the arguments made by Miscavige is definitely not something that they want, and probably is another reason why this is going to be appealed, because Miscavige is going to be really upset about a bunch of the language that is in this order.
Okay, great. Okay, good. There you have it. I just wanted to show you some of the highlights. This is the kind of stuff you're going to be getting from Mike on his channel. In addition to much more, you're also going to be seeing content from both Mike and Leah on Mike's channel. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's a chance that what you're going to see is a continuation of the Fair Game podcast, but it occurring on Mike's channel instead of on some other podcast platform. That would be fantastic. I mean, it's one of the most common questions we get when me and Mike and Mark are doing our live streams is the Fair Game podcast coming back? Is the Fair Game podcast coming back? Well, what you want to do is subscribe to Mike's channel. And one more time, I'm going to just show the actual name so that you guys can go over there and subscribe. I will put a link not only to the video that I just showed you in the description down below, but I'll put the link to the subscribe button or whatever, something like that. You guys get the idea. Before I sign off, let me just make sure I'm not ignoring any chats. Give me one moment here, everyone. Scrolling. Okay. Cut by hand paper cut tutorials. Aaron, you've helped with all of the things, so many things. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting. That is one of the best ways to support what I do here. Okay, Nested Ward. Hey, Aaron, I've been getting the Scientology ads when watching your video, specifically the ad from Sunday's game. Oh, yeah. Scientology has determined that that is a great use of their ad dollars. They promote on all of the channels from former Scientologists or whatever. So me, Mark, Mike, Chris Shelton, I'm sure Apostate Alex is seeing stuff, and Doug Kramer, I'm sure you'll see stuff on there. You'll also see a lot of Grant Cardone ads. Speaking of which, I'm going to have some bombshell Grant Cardone content coming up later this evening. Might have a little something to do with Tom Brady as well. Some Tom Brady, Grant Cardone action. Thank you for that comment. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Up, there's a little thing there. Danielle learned stuff. Thank you so much. And I see another one here. Blown for good. Feel better soon. Well, I feel good enough, Mark, to be doing this live stream. So thank you for that. But yes, I do feel still a little bit under the weather. Can you guys tell I'm a little nasally? Anyhow, that's all, guys. Thank you. More to come. Probably got 2 other relatively short streams that I'll do as the evening progresses. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, oh, yeah, deep on my love, then you could click